Well, that's important too. That's 50% of well, I thought it was in the job.
So what is the 12? This is 24 total? So we need 13?
Yeah, I think it's yeah, because when it was 30, we needed to have 16 now.
Right.
So it was one more than half.
Yeah.
So.
Is that Israel?
Oh. Okay.
I guess we'll find it when they do roll call.
I think it is.
It does look like him.
I think it is,
I
yeah.
would say
I don't know who's in the seat. Sit down, chair.
yeah, I don't know. They must be for one of them, whatever's matters on the agenda.
For the Andy on here.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Come up with
Nice meeting. I hope he does.
Awesome.
In fact, I'll look right at him when I say we need somebody. That was on it. Okay, we're ready.
Bob, you could just ask everyone to yell,
Because this is what we use directly.
Yeah.
yes, yell.
Like, especially the room.
Okay. Okay. If I could have. What happened here? I thought I was done with this. But, yeah. But, okay. Again, here I am. Okay, we're going to get started tonight. How is everybody doing? Good? Great. Great. I have a request. Because of the HVAC system blowing air on us right over here, could you please speak loudly when you talk so that you can be heard and your comments can be recorded? I thank you very much for that. And with that, let's get going with the roll call.
Dutchess County, Mike Bukowski. Dave Violante.
Here.
Joan Siebert. Here. Tim Murphy.
Here.
Jennifer Mounsey. Pete Chanella. Steve Sagendorf. Here. Mary Ann Baker. Orange County, Joanne Cheney. Ben Combs.
Here.
Terry Barbie. Andrew Lamarca.
Here.
Kelly McCune. Israel Knobloch.
Here.
Frank Cassadine. Dawn Marshall. Here. Putnam County, Robert Cuomo.
Here.
David Jacobson. Matthew Bondi. Albert Jacobs. Rockland County, Kim Lippis. Here. Nick Rosicki.
Here.
Michael Murphy. Desiree Leone here. Neil DeHaan.
Here.
Bernice Garati. Here. Ron Levy. Sullivan County, Albie Bachman.
Here.
Greg Tavermina.
Here.
Neil Medill.
Here.
Heidi Stack. Here. Carrie Jara. Matt Goldsmith. Ulster County, Rich Parrish. Gary Horowitz. Kelly Nelson. Here. Richard Muller-Raley. Dorothy Ballin. No, we didn't vote yet.
No, we have to vote on them.
Yeah.
They're on the agenda.
We have a quorum.
Okay. Next on the list is the minutes. So I hope everybody had a chance to review them. Is there a motion to accept?
Motion to accept.
We have a motion and a second.
We do have a change to the minutes.
Okay, what's the change, please?
Change is on page 23. We all do have fond feelings of Michael. So I'd like to read the issue here. I said one further thing. As you know, our luscious president, I do have feelings for our past president. However, the term was illustrious. And as a former Madam Court Reporter, as a former court stenographer for the state of New York, I can understand how that happened. Not her fault.
So, Andy, do you move to? Yeah, okay. So we have a motion and a second for the correction. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Okay, so moved. Okay, on the President's report, Rich is unable to be here tonight, but he did want me to tell you that some of the things that he's done so far, he has represented the region at the Orange County EMT graduation. He's met with the office manager and executive director, probably several times. With the help of Mike Witkowski, transferred banking duties, which apparently was not such an easy process. Okay. He reviewed and signed off on the 2015 to 2020 program agency deliverables, and asked the executive committee to review the deliverables and make suggestions on how we can meet them, and basically that was it. Now, we also had an executive committee meeting immediately before this one, and we did discuss some of those things, but there were just a few things that I wanted to bring out to this meeting. No motions were made to be brought forward, but what we did talk about was, and actually it is on the agenda later on, is that we need to do something regarding mutual aid plans, because there is a process by which the regional council is to review county mutual aid plans and approve them and make sure that they meet the bullets that are in that policy statement regarding mutual aid. And right now, we had formed a tag for mutual aid, but as far as I know, that tag has really been inactive. So I'm going to ask that we try to reactivate that, and to start that off, we're going to need somebody to lead the tag. So if anybody here would like to do that, would certainly be receptive to hearing that. So I don't want to necessarily put you on the spot right now, Andy. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say that? But because I saw you were looking at me. But
That'll come later.
I'll volunteer to count, but I don't know if I'm chair.
okay.
But I did chair the tab that broke. I want to see this.
Oh, good. Well, then you're the perfect guy. So, all right, good. So we'll have Andy on the tag. But if anybody else wants to serve on it or chair on it, please speak up. We may be contacting you individually, if we don't get responses. So yeah.
I'll serve with Andy.
Okay, good.
On the tag.
So we have Andy and Albie on the tag. Okay. Also, according to our bylaws, we are to strive to have representation from all 6 counties on our executive committee, and right now we're shy one county, which is Orange. But I believe we're working on that, are we not? Or we are? Okay. And 2 other items is, once again, revolving around committees. It is actually a policy of this council that all delegates, well, it says all council members actually, must serve on at least one committee, okay, or tag, okay. And right now, I don't think that is the case. We do have quite a few standing committees, and also, some other committees like the mutual aid tag, which we just got 2 people for. But the regional office is going to send out a list of all the committees, and I would encourage you all to look at that and basically decide what committee you feel that you want to serve on. Okay, because well, right now there are very few of those standing committees that have more than 1 member on them, and we can certainly use the help. Okay. And second of all, it really is incumbent on us to, to follow these policies, and that is a policy that each and every one of us has to serve on at least one committee. So please pick a committee, because if you don't pick a committee, at some point in time we may appoint you to a committee. I'm thinking you probably would want to serve on a committee. Yes, Andy?
Now, I think one of the things that maybe dissuades people from volunteering is the thought they always have to be here or consently. And I know a lot of times with our state committees, that we just meet by conference call.
Absolutely.
And I think that if we could broaden out the use of conference calls, we might populate those committees a little better.
Okay. Well, that's certainly something to take into consideration. I mean, even the executive committee has met by conference call, so you don't necessarily have to, physically come to this office or meet face to face if it's inconvenient. But I mean, there is a lot going on here, and it takes, it takes a lot of people to do all these things. So we really do need the participation, because we're all part of this this council, and we want to, we have goals and we have responsibilities, and we need to make good on those. So please take a look at the list when it comes out and decide which committee you want to serve on, and then we can move forward and we can get some good work done. Having said that, there is one committee which I know Mike Witkowski brought up when he was still president, and that was an EPCR committee. I know that committee was formed. I can't remember who had agreed to serve on it. Do you?
We have no record of anybody serving on it.
Yeah. I actually said that I would serve on it. I just didn't want to chair it. I thought,
Okay.
see, I'm kind of like Andy. But anyhow, but this is an up and coming thing. It's going to be with us for a long time, and we need to promote this to our agencies and find ways of getting EPCR out there in the most cost-effective way possible, so that the agencies, will actually get on board with EPCR, because that is, from what I understand, the ultimate goal. So this is a very important committee. So again, I'm asking anyone who has an interest in this to see this move forward. Please consider serving on the committee so we can. Yes. Okay, and you are? Israel. Okay. So just wanted to make sure she heard it, so that it can get in the minutes. All right. Thanks.
Is that committee restricted just to our delegates? I mean, it might be experts in the subject matter that aren't.
Actually, it's not. Alternates can serve, but even people outside the council can serve on a committee, especially if they are expert in the subject matter. So, yeah, absolutely. So if you know somebody or could recommend somebody that we can contact,
I'll find out if we're equal last name.
there you go. There you go. That's always a good thing. Okay, so moving right along, there are also some letters here. By the way, the next council meeting is going to be December 16th. Just throwing that out there because it's on the list. We have a letter from Dutchess County EMS Council, and it says, the Dutchess County EMS Council at its June 24th, 2015 meeting approved the following changes to its delegates to the Hudson Valley Regional EMS Council. Nicholas Trio.
Just like it's.
Okay, thanks. Just is the delegate replacing Michael Witkowski. Also, Mary Ann Baker was removed as an alternate, and the position is vacant at this time. Sincerely, Tim Murphy, President. The next letter is from Ulster County EMS Council, and it says, Gentlemen, the Executive Committee of the Ulster County EMS Council reappoints the following as a delegate to the Hudson Valley Regional EMS Council, and that is Kelly Nelson. One alternate slot is open at this time. Then we have a letter from Rockland County EMS saying, please let this letter serve as confirmation of the replacement of Ron Levy with B.J. Leidner. Is that correct?
I'm sorry. Wait. Can you spell that for me? Leidner?
Leidner. To the Hudson Valley Regional EMS Council representing Rockland County. Mr. Leidner's email contact as well. Okay. And okay, and that's it for the delegate appointment. So at this time, I would motion to accept the delegate changes. Is there a second? Okay. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. You're in.
Congratulations.
See how easy?
What committee you want to be on?
Yeah. You're the committee now. Hurry up. Yeah. Okay. Also have two letters here from New York State Department of Health announcing winners of the State EMS Council Awards. There were actually two recipients of state awards from our region. The first one was Cassidy Hubert, who received Youth Provider of the Year, and the second one was Augustine Pasante, who received the award for EMS Communication Specialist of the Year. So I would offer congratulations to those two for a job well done. And that's basically it for the President's report. Moving right along to the Treasurer's report.
Thank you. So since the last meeting, we wrote 37 checks worth $27 or $27,264.
Wow.
The majority of that went to rent and health care and benefits. The details are available if anyone wants to review them. We did purchase new checks for this address, as we heard that all of our new officers went through the process of getting their electronic access and signatures for the banking. I believe we're going to be looking at starting the new audit that we have to complete in the next 9 months. The last audit is available for anyone to review. From last month, I guess we refunded Northern Dutchess Paramedics $2,020 for their CON application, funds that were not used. Account balances, program agency has just over $119,000. Conference and education, $48,592, and payrolls just under $30,000, $27,000. If anyone has any questions, I'll try to answer them. If not, I'll throw someone else under the bus.
Motion to accept the Treasurer's report is read.
Okay, motion to accept. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Opposed? So moved. Thanks, Nick.
You need a motion to pay the bill?
Okay, let's do that. I know we've done that for years, so let's do it.
Make a motion that we approve
I can't hear you, Andy. Motion to do what?
Pay the bills.
Oh, pay the bills. Thanks.
Second the motion.
Second motion. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Okay, so moved. Okay, regional office staff report. Bill.
Okay, we got a couple of things that have been going on in the area. Under CONs, we have Florida Fire District. Their operating certificate was surrendered to New York State in August. And Chestervac operating certificate has expired and has not been renewed. So those are two agencies that are no longer operating within our area. In cooperation with the AIDS Institute, the REMSCO has entered into a contract to enhance the availability of naloxone to non-EMS first responders, that's fire and police.
Say that again. What responders?
Non-EMS first responders.
Non-EMS.
Right. So it's fire and police, and regular EMS, BLS, first responders, and BLS agency. So the contract was renewed again for an additional year. So we have monies through the 15th and through 2015 and 16. Narcan is available. I do have it, and that's a separate report that we'll discuss in a little while. We did complete all our deliverables, and we submitted them to the state before the July 31st deadline. Our contract with the state, as Rich mentioned, Mike Wachowski signed the council contract, and Rich signed the program agency contract. We haven't gotten a final copy on the program agency, but there's no anticipated problems with that. I'll kind of roll a little bit into the REMAC side here. The REMAC had approved the helicopter protocol. It was accepted by both Hudson Valley and Westchester and is now in effect. The copies are available on the website. There's some small minor changes in there. The spinal immobilization, as I hope everybody is aware, all providers have to go through the state program by October 31st of 2015. If you haven't started, it's something that you should be working on. So, and if there's any problems or issues, either with the webinars or any of the documents, if you need, just contact us. We have them available. We can get them to you if anybody needs them. But all the agencies should be going through that. For the ALS agencies, Jeff has created a corner on our website that will help you understand what the MAC certification exam is about, and has some sample questions on it and defines what you need to study in that area. So hopefully that'll be helpful. Our pass rate on it hasn't been very good, so we're hoping that people will study and take a look at this, and maybe it'll help them. Our next state meeting is in December up in Troy. At the MAC meeting on Monday, the 21st, Town of Walkill Volunteer Ambulance Corps, ALS, will be giving their 6-month review of what they've been doing. And if you guys aren't aware of it, we do have a Facebook page, and we are putting some information out there. So we're trying to communicate in as many ways as we can. So if you want to take a look at it, if there's any feedback, just let us know. We submitted our QA/QI project for 4th quarter, and there's some interesting results which we can discuss with Jeff later. There is a couple of other information I'd like to share. One, I have a letter from Lee Barnes, which says, please note and let everybody be aware that the Orange Regional Medical Center is no longer a provisional Level 3 trauma center. They will continue to work towards a successful verification. It would be expected that in the interim they will not receive traumatically injured patients and transfer out those who they happen to receive.
I've also had traumatically injured patients.
Okay, traumatically injured, and transfer out those that they do happen to receive. The REMAC has put out an advisory for comment. It's an epinephrine supply and how to use 2 alternatives on the epinephrine. And I think we need to vote on this, but well, no, it's a REMAC advisory that has been put out for comment, and we have not received any comments back. It will be probably voted into place. I don't think that there'll be any issues with it on the next REMAC meeting on the 21st. In the office, we had sent out a mechanical CPR device survey. We're trying to find out how many mechanical CPR devices we have in the region, and if there's any successes with them and what's been happening with them. We have 17 agencies that answered us out of everybody that's out there, and it should be about 190 agencies because we also send it to BLSFRs. It's a no identity on it, so you just have to fill it out. There's like 10 questions, very quick. We ask for the manufacturer, the number of deployments you've had, the number of successes you've had with it, and what you think about the device. And out of the 17 agencies that answered the survey that they did have them. There were six of those agencies, and they had 65 deployments. And out of the 65 deployments, they had 28 successes. So, I mean, it seems like it's a very positive thing to be using. And I understand the expense involved in it, but, we would just like to know if there's any other feedback from the region.
Who did that survey go out to?
I actually pushed it out to all the county coordinators for you to send it to your agency leadership.
That's why I'm asking.
We never saw it.
I didn't get it.
We did get it.
I think we should send it out again to the county coordinators and get it back out for it.
I could do. I think you were on vacation at the time, Greg.
Okay.
Ralph never received it either.
Okay. Well, we will resend it, and hopefully we'll get some feedback on it.
The question is why not go to the county council?
We don't have, some counties don't have county councils, but we can also do that. We were trying to get ones, not to have it sent to people multiple times so that they really get one response from each agency.
If it went to, I can speak for Dutchess, if I went to Dutchess, I think we would have a better chance, right, Jim, of getting contact back there.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay.
I got a couple quick ones and then we're done.
Okay.
I have two other new policies that came out from the state. 1503, which is recommended pediatric equipment for certified EMS response vehicles. Okay. Recommended pediatric equipment for certified EMS response vehicles. And it added probably about 10 items to our pediatric list that we should be looking at that should be on our vehicles. The other policy that came out was the CPAP policy, and I just want to remind everybody with the CPAP policy, it's the REMAC has to adopt a single standardized training program approved by the department, which will be used on all the agencies electing to utilize CPAP at the EMT level. The program we have submitted the program to the state. It has been approved, so if anybody wants to move forward on the CPAP side, please give us a call, and we'll work with you in getting that done. And then two quick reminders.
Hey, wait a minute. You said you were done after those.
Yeah, no, there's two policies and then reminders.
Oh, okay.
Well, Pulse Check is coming up in September 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th at the Crown Plaza in Suffern, New York. And Vital Signs is coming up October 22nd through the 25th in On Center in Syracuse. So if you can attend, enjoy. And that would be my report. Any questions from anybody? Or yours, Bob.
Okay, thanks. Let the record show, by the way, that Joanne Chaney is now present. Okay. All right, well, Dr. Stutt's not here. Did you take...
I think I covered, mostly he was going to cover the advisory, so I think we did cover that.
Okay.
That's what he was interested in.
And we also covered REMAC then, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's then move on to the training committee. Where's Dave?
Okay, so for the training committee, we have a CLI class coming up and a CIU class coming up. They should be on the website fairly soon. They were sent down and back up, and they're there. So take a look at the information on there for dates and where those are and what's happening. We'll be holding a CIC class in the spring. The new curriculum implementation time should be all up by now, so everybody should be using and be trained to the new standards and national standard curriculum. And Bill, you talked about the spinal immobilization protocol. There's also a hemorrhage protocol as a component of that training that's online, but that's not technically approved until probably the December meeting. But that is out there and the training's online. The skills for that have to be done by a CLI or a CIC also. Aside from that, I don't have anything else unless there's any questions for me.
Any questions? No? Thanks, Dave. Sure. Okay. Transportation? Anything? Public information and education. Policy and procedures. Right. Okay. Legislative and bylaws.
Two items. I was asked at our last meeting to draft a proposed bylaw addressing the issue that we discussed just a little earlier of having each county be a representative on the executive committee. As I reviewed the bylaws, it says each county council should have representation on the executive committee. So it is not a mandate. We were discussing Orange County not having a delegate. So unless we want to change that, it is not a mandate at this time. The second item is part of my responsibility as the chairman of the Legislative and Bylaw Committee is to make an annual report on pending legislation, bylaws of our own, as well as projected thoughts of new legislation. I don't know when I have to do that. Is there a particular time that you would like that? Or you don't want me to speak at all? So I'm requesting when I'm supposed to give that annual report.
How about at the annual meeting?
Which is?
Which is the May
December?
meeting. Yeah.
No, it's the May meeting.
It's the May meeting.
May it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
There you go. That was easy.
Very.
Yeah. Okay. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Albie? Okay. Any questions for Albie? Okay. Moving right along. Well, nominating committee. There's a State EMS Council.
They postponed the September meeting to December. So we'll have a December and a January meeting. There's been no meetings since our last meeting.
Okay. That was an easy report. Okay, old business. Well, we already talked about the mutual aid tag. Okay, so we were moving with that. One other tag I did want to bring up that was talked about is the formation of a community paramedicine tag. Okay, so that's yet another tag that can be served. See, we have lots of committees and tags that you can serve on. So lots of things to do, lots of good things to work on. So that's yet another tag that you can serve on.
Just to go back to the mutual aid, I just want to remind everybody, it's a pain in the butt to do it, but it's worth it. When Sandy hit and our agencies were making claims for damages occurred, first thing FEMA did was come to the office looking for our current mutual aid plan. Some agencies almost lost out because they hadn't participated or they weren't willing to cooperate as we were trying to put it together. But I can absolutely say all the Rockland agencies were covered that didn't need it. So there's multiple reasons for having it other than there's a policy statement that protects the agencies. So it doesn't take a whole lot. There's a form to fill out in the back. If you look at the policy statement, it goes right down. A little bit of elbow grease and verifying things. But it wasn't that difficult in the end.
Andy.
Many people don't realize it also bears on reimbursement. You know, in tax and service, if they're comprehensive return, they're not, we want to do it.
Right.
Yeah, like again, there's a lot of benefits to it that people just don't realize. So please take it serious.
Okay, thanks. Okay, the next thing under old business is the BLS Narcan.
Yeah, I kind of touched on it a little bit before, but I wanted to give you some statistics on it. Between our agencies, BLS and ALS agencies, we have 121 agencies in our region, plus we have some BLS FRs. And we are the frontline agency that responds to medical emergencies. And it's kind of, I mean, you hear it in the news every day about all these Narcan saves and the drug issues that we have. And when I turn around and I look at, right now we have, out of those 121, we have 35 agencies. We have 35 agencies within our region that have signed up for the Narcan program that can actually deliver Narcan to a patient that could save their life. You know, we've done a lot of things with it. One of the things is it's available free. We've participated in programs that allow us to distribute it here. I have it in my office. An agency fills out the paperwork, takes the class on it. We send them the policies and procedures. They put their name in it, and they're done. And when we get it, we mail out the Narcan to you. We often talk in EMS about non-funded mandates from the state, and here's one that's funded that we can't get people to participate in. I'm just at a real loss as to why agencies won't participate. I don't know if there's any ideas out there, if there's anything else we can do,
One thing that you wanted to
Greg, speak up for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. One of the things that came back to me when we tried to push it to Sullivan is some of our agencies and our people, believe it or not, do not have computer access to the webinars or protocol things. Is there something out there that they can do in-house, classroom style?
I will talk to the department and see if we can have something downloaded that I can get that.
If there's something we can download onto a CD or a jump drive, get it out there, I can take it to an agency and say, here, they're doing a training center thing. We're going to have a class on Narcan, you show up, we go through it, you sign off, and...
But it's got to be hard to believe that we have an agency that doesn't have access.
That's all we count.
No, I understand that, but there's public libraries, there's other things. Maybe a group effort in an office.
For everybody, I've been through this with district agents here, through public health. You go to American Legion and Upper Delaware, in the western part of the county, there is no public library. More than half of their members don't have computer access. If they do, it's dial-up, if they're lucky. The state's got to push out something you can do in the classroom format.
Okay. I will work on that.
The same thing with the BLS first responding fire agencies and fire agencies in general. If we can have something where we can have someone, even from the region or from the state, come to the training center, open it up, get 80 people there in a classroom and do it, we'll get a lot better response than going to the AIDS Institute, doing it online.
We will be more than happy to do that if you give us access. We will be there to do it.
Access is not an issue. We can do that. We'll make it happen.
Okay.
Do you have the same problem with the spinal mobilization type thing too?
Yes. I tried to sign up for the 4 webinars for spinal mobilization. 2 of them, like Nick was saying, 2 of them crashed, the other 2 were full. Part of my language is a piss poor way for the state to push out.
Well,
that's another subject
that is available though in a downloadable form.
Now it is.
Well, it has been for a while, but yes, it is available. The other pieces are available to you. The PowerPoints and all the documentation is available. If you guys can't get it, let me know. I have it on my desk on a thumb drive. I can make a copy of everything for you and send it out to you.
Please do that.
Okay, so
I mean, yeah,
I have the availability to print it out and hand it to people right now.
Yeah.
I
mean, I
have
know
it available on thumb drives, so I'll mail it to them.
Yeah, this was the first attempt that they tried to do a protocol rollout using a webinar, and first time for anything, there's bound to be hiccups. I mean, hopefully next time around, things will work out better, or there'll be, personally, I think, having the pre-recorded webinar is, probably preferable, because then you don't have to rely on, are you going to lose bandwidth, are you going to drop your audio and everything else that happens.
Well, that could happen.
But I know that could happen.
That's why
Yeah.
we need to have,
Yeah.
put it on a thumb drive and get it out there so that, 2 or 3 rescue squads can get together in our area and sit down and do this, and get it over with, because we have a lot of failures with webinars. I couldn't even get on to sign on.
And there's
Whatever the thing that you take them.
there's how many tens of thousands of EMTs in the state, and medic, EMT, basic or advanced, and they did 4 webinars.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
Well, their intent was to make it available through a download because of larger groups and stuff. But
actually, you can download. I mean, I downloaded it myself. It's in my computer, and I can put it on a thumb drive or a CD. Yeah.
Well, you can get the link, but if you want to show it at a group setting or something, it's much better if you do the download, because then you're not worried about the connections and stuff.
Right.
But if anybody needs it, get in touch with me. I have it available, and we'll get it out to you.
The other question of it, if it's on a thumb drive, how do we register? Because the registration...
You still have to register and take the test.
take the
Yes,
test.
what's on the thumb drive is the presentation. And then the individual has to register, take the test, and get the grade back.
And how do we register?
Online on the,
WebEx?
yes.
Yeah, you go use the link to the WebEx.
If people have smartphones, they can use their smartphones to take the test. You know, it's not just computers. I know a lot of people just watched it and did everything on their smartphone or tablet. That might be another option for people.
Kelly, did you have something?
The only suggestion I have is because a CLI or CIC has to check off the skills section, I would like to see that come out to those people first, at least to be reviewed before they come out to the general public. Because people were taking the test and coming up and saying, can you check me off on skills? And I hadn't even gone on the computer yet, haven't even seen them. So I think they should do maybe the instructors first, and then in a couple months come out to the rest of the EMTs.
And I think that was a lot of the feedback to Andy, because we sent the same thing to him, because we didn't see it. I signed up for the first webinar, I didn't see it, there was questions coming into us, and we had no idea what it was, so, you know, we had the same problems.
I hosted a webinar in my building, and I sat down with everybody and watched the webinar with everybody else. And then that's how, because I didn't get a chance to do it ahead of time either. So, but anyhow.
It was the first big step of the state to move in a direction, and this is great feedback for them to make it better. So,
yeah.
you know, hopefully the next ones will come out better.
Yep. Okay. Anything else with that?
Well, just back to my principle with the Narcan, I just want to make sure that if you can push it, you know, talk to your agencies and have them get in touch with us, and let's get the Narcan out there so that we can actually represent EMS the way we should. It's atrocious.
Does anybody out there know of any agencies that know about this and have decided not to do it for any reason? Yeah. The Narcan. No. Okay.
I just have a very small BLS at home, so it doesn't, I don't have a lot of place to keep it away. So I have NDP, non-first responsible.
I'm sorry, Ms. Hagendorf, I can't understand.
I'm sorry.
You have what?
I have NDP, the Northern Dutch Paramedics is on first response with our agency anyway, because we are BLS at home, so they have their stuff and our local police department has it, so I have the stuff that's coming. Haven't had to use it yet, so keep my fingers crossed.
Yeah. Okay. Any other old business? Okay. Any new business?
I do have a little bit of business.
Go ahead.
We have been given these cards: brain trauma, head injuries, and if anybody would like to have these cards that you can pass out, I have plenty of them in my office. So, good.
Actually, I believe I have a box full already.
Yes, I have distributed them to the county coordinators, but if anybody needs more, because they've given them out, I do have some. If anybody wants some, I have them available.
Okay, is that it?
That's it. I'm empty.
Okay. Is there any other new business? Any other new business? I don't think so. Okay. Motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor? Okay. See you in December.
Where's your staff?
Yeah.
No, I saw.
You saw Mr. Parrish come up because I have the designation for the president. That'll change. I saw you looking at it. I hope he doesn't say it. Now, did you run these county computers for the...
This?
Yeah. Did you? Okay. All right, Kim, that's good. We heard you have
We'll put this check back over. I think it was there for a reason.
I'll make sure. Because we were just saying, well, if you didn't know what question, if I carried a box downstairs in the mail, I would have...
Yeah, no, I delivered you.
Okay. All right, I'll open it tomorrow. I'll make sure you get that.
Thanks.
I apologize for being obstinate, but believe it or not, there are agencies that have got zero computer access.
You know, in this day and age, that's hard for me.
But I'm sure it happens. Come on, I'll take you for a ride.
How about Central somewhere?
Jeff allowed it, they put it in.
Because, and particularly in Sullivan, a lot of times your ALS is before you get lost.
Oh, I know.
So that's really good.
You have the backboard program, this computer on your other one?
It's on my desk.
Okay.
It's on a thumb drive on my, well, actually,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I might have it right here.
How much more? You're not seeing it long enough for you.
Yeah, I was just hearing.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of people on the website.
Yeah, so that's what's happening. So in a few months, we'll all be done taking care of it.
Probably see you Monday.
It's a week from Monday, right?
Is it? I thought it was this Monday.
No, it was changed. Check with Karen.
I'll tell Karen, I'll ask Karen.
Yeah, check with Karen, but I think it's the next week.
Oh my God.
How you doing? I know it is. Well, long time no see.
Scan. You know, maybe I'll put it on the show.
Because what I'll do is I'll burn CDs, hand out to everybody in the next captain's meeting, and Jeff's going to see if we can get the CIC to come up one night and do a big skills night at the training center.
You have it.
Ah, crap. I don't have access to it yet. I think it's on a shared drive.
Oh, okay.
Chair?
I'm on it. I'm still the weird thing is, I'm actually thinking of it while we're here.
No, they don't want me grabbing this from you tonight. Volunteers, huh?
It says I'm connected.
Huh.
Why I can't pick up that?
Yeah, well, we just keep getting older too, so. Yeah.
It's just not connected for me. Okay, let's go inside.
I even have a jumper.
See, that's when I'm pretty